blowout from Yogi. He gets a little aggressive here. They're teleporting someone in, and Cloud9 don't have vision because the creep wave died, and they're just sitting under the tower taking shots from Always Wanna Fly. Yogi will charge. I think there's too many heals here, but they're bringing in 4. Reinforcements coming through as Bone7 will deny him. So, not a tough part, but it could be a casual bit booster. I think it is going to be the route of Vatos, though. It's a big investment. If you just want HP, you can also work for other items, such as the point booster towards the eggs.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
But route of Vatos, a nice trade there for Cloud9. I mean, one thing that's not reflected here is the fact that they lost the agents. It doesn't cost you gold or experience, but it costs you a lot of momentum. So they come out on top, 800 gold, even on XP, but more importantly, it's an agent down. See Bone7 deny himself to neutrals. Oh, so he bought the Triangle Way as the rest of Fleet C9 tried to run in, and again, Kyle die with the great Death Ward, doing massive damage to the entirety of Empire. Will finally be zoned out by a Mystic Flare, but it's already a bit too late. Now they multi-guess Bone7, the men to finish off the Centaur. Resolution just casually skates through. They have no detection for, but the Spirit Clap combo will corner and corral him as he falls. As Silent tries to fight his way through the entire Cloud9, he charged into that amazing ultimate combination from highlight as well as AI does. And now Silent will come back to they will die again. Empire. Well, perhaps he'll die again. He's dropping low here. He manages to kill off the Elder Titan. Finally will fall. It's 4 dead. And make it 5 counting the Aegis. What a AOA 2000 does all the work on the backlines. They did lose their Witch Doctor to the Wolf, but more importantly, look for that Necrolite ultimate. Eternal Envy finds the kill in the Scarlet Mage. Not the most important hero to bring down, but hey, it's somebody out of the game for quite a while. 100 seconds, frantically trying to creep skip his Silent, will cancel his BOTs. Maybe they Cloud9. Frankly, a game they should not have won, but they were outplayed thoroughly. Empire put Tiger into 20k gold lead, Cage disadvantage. But Cloud9 just had the better team fight. Empire got a little sloppy with their positioning, and all Word did in the end draft a very good base defense. Line up and played it right. Bone7 started with a great Centaur. Stop the backline heroes that were trying to relocate out and keep alive the Dragonite. Were unable to do so because of the Elder Titan stopped, and they just out executed them. Pistol Blade used on Silent while they work on this throne. Yogi dropping low. Bone7 going to run him down. Cloud9 just kind of parading in circles around the Empire base. Still nobody falling. Thought low and will get munched by Silent, but to what avail? Now he's stomped. Now he's dead. Buyback comes through. It just won't matter. Cloud9 will cave in. The final lane of Braxis creeps do their bidding on the tier 4s. And Empire, it's now officially defense of the Ancient. So they've got few tools left. Eternal Enemy looks for yet another pickoff with his Aghanim's Reaper Sight. They get vision with the Elder Titan Astral Spirit. They go in with Bone7 double edge. Witch Doctor ult, zoning Empire, driving them out of their base. They can't even sit in the fountain very safely. And the GGs will come momentarily. Cloud9 with this win will notch a 6th victory to their belt. Only 2 losses, I believe, for them. Still in pole position here to have a shot at finishing top 2, if not first place. I may die on the way out still. You're fighting through a lot of buybacks. The only buyback that was used was the Brew one earlier. And he's absolutely fine. So they're up against Mega Creeps as, yeah, Creeps come marching in. Your Empire now, you're all tears. Nothing but tears now for Empire. They're gonna relocate back to the well, desperately trying to keep the dream alive. I mean, I think this is the part of the cast where you just zoom out and watch their base, man. I'll let you guys know if anything else happens. They're not going anywhere, I can tell you that. I believe with the loss to your Empire, just flat out eliminated from playoff contention. This will be a 5-6 finish for them. Tinker are 6-5. At the same time, though, let's see. The Cloud9 have a tiebreaker with them. Just gonna do a quick little alt tab here. The camera sinks slowly back towards the earth. Get back up there, camera. Let's see, Tinker and Cloud9. Tinker lost to Cloud9, so I think with this win, Cloud9, yeah, they've got 6 wins. Tinker, if it comes to a two-way tie between these two teams, are eliminated. It's, I think the dream is flat on deck. I haven't done all the scenarios, but yeah, Natus is solo. Silent gets the missile. Right click by the Brew. You can't really kill him. He is a bit stronger for now, but BKB is going to wear off. And still, they just duke it out and creeps do their bidding. GG. A victory that perhaps never should have been, but was. Cloud9 take this one. They were really falling apart in the mid game there, but credit to Empire in the end, or to Cloud9 in the end. They just outplayed Empire in several crucial pushes. Guys, with that victory, it was a long one. I don't think we have any long break here. It's going to be Na'Vi versus VP Polar next. Na'Vi already have punched their ticket to the playoffs, just fighting for seeding and positioning there. VP Polar are in the mix, 5-4 with a win here. Could finish 7-4 and potentially force out some of these other teams. They're still in the running, but with a loss, VP Polar would be on the rope. So with that said, guys, I'm LD of Beyond the Summit. You can follow me on Twitter at LD Dota. I will have a partner for this next game coming up. Zari will be joining me, and I don't have to listen to me ramble on to myself. But yeah, Cloud9 versus Empire in the books. Stay tuned. Na'Vi versus VP Polar coming up next.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Dead courier. So.
That was super clever. He saw that they were sending out sentry wards to the lane, just looking at the items in the inventory of highlight die, so he knew that as a suicide to neutrals for that free fountain trip, just so he can get back to the top lane quick. H apparition ice blast. The only issue with going the pipe is that the rest of Na'Vi is kind of like a spread offense strat. You know, they want to spread the map, they want to find pickoffs. Clinks and Timbers are not your classic group up and push heroes, and pipe isn't as great if you're off on your own. Still, I think at some point this game of pipe is in order. So, but Na'Vi, if they get this tower, then it becomes more worthwhile. They have dust, they have hook shot. I think Cloud9 may want to contest, but they don't have their puck here. No puck ultimate anyway, and with that, I'll probably have to give it up.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see what Dendy goes for this game. The puck, even if he gets that kill, definitely not worth to do your Aegis and dying again. And look, Brian Denny, they run a trap for him. They were just waiting for his lane. But this backup does come. They've got a Necrophos, they can bring down Eternal Envy. He won't have a buyback available. Dead for 100 seconds. Maybe this is the chance for Na'Vi to turn it. Except bottom push it bottom. Yeah, third kill here most likely. Yeah, it's pretty nice for Na'Vi. We can't 100% count them out with this Necrolite, but if they lose the second lane of Rax, then I think to me.
Yeah, that's about how I would summarize that death. I mean, maybe if the puck doesn't have a Hex there, you could burst down the Ancient Apparition or something, but...
He does have a BKB, but he should have BKB'd immediately if he wanted to go for that play.
Yeah, that was very ambitious.
And the thing is, the Ancient Apparition also has a 4-step, so AUI 2000 is not that easy. Actually, they have the 4-step on him and the Yule Scepter on Fada, so he can potentially use the clicks if he gets it off quickly. He went for the Hex instead, which was the better play.
But also, with
they're
the
just
Dagon
pressing
on
at
top
this point.
of
They're
that.
down lane of Rex. Their bottom Rex is exposed. They kill the Terrorblade, but can't actually convert it into any objectives. I think where Na'Vi really lack is in mid-game leadership. You've got some veteran players here, Habos, Dendy, Funnick. But just from our interactions with just from my time spending I've spent some time with these guys at events, just from what I've seen of them in documentaries and the way that their dynamics worked on the old Na'Vi, I never really felt like any of them were leaders. Not to say that they can't make good calls, but they're more just amazing players. And it was generally Puppy who was making those big calls for them in the late game. And you do have to wonder, is there just a gap in leadership? They brought in FNG and Bankscore, especially in the case of FNG, a player who hasn't really competed on quite the same big stage. And it's honestly, it might not, you know, no matter if he's a great leader or not, they may just think they know better. I mean, to be fair, they've won some internationals. Case of Dendy and Navos. Well, they won the international, went to 3 finals, I should say. So, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. It's a lot of theory crafting and speculation with no real data. But I do know that Eternal Envy is a butterfly, and if he gets to the high ground with illusions, they're going to lose a second lane of Rex. Yeah. At that point, you kind of have to just try and rush the throne or something.
And they just have absolutely no tools to deal with this evasion. Dendy comes in, uses his BKB, but there's the hook shot on to Dendy, and yeah, now Clinch is in some trouble. EE off to the side, doing a lot of damage. Will almost bring down Van score. Now they get the X out on the boat, and it's a quick 2-0. Make it 3 as Na'Vi now in shambles. No buyback available on the Clinks, nor the Necrofoe. So they've got a good minute here where they can just go to work on the base.
That might be. Let's see, buyback status for the Radiant? Yeah, no buyback.
Actually, absolutely none. I think
that's game.
Close to game. They might be able to just go straight for the tier 4s with the Terror Blade doing all this damage.
Yeah, safe play, take 2 lanes of Rex, then work on the
still a tier 2 tower up in the top lane.
They did creep to the base though, and there's a wave mid, but they're going to fight their way through this anyway. Glyph is available.
Radiant
won't blow it. Probably died to chakra.
Oh my god.
Funny. Still, you can kill the puck. The puck has buyback, but then you stop the terror.
Shot in on the Vance score, gets off the cogs, finds a push on 2, and they still need some creeps. That's the big bottleneck here. Looks like Cloud9 won't be able to win it off this push. Bone 7 now, BKB, TP's home, Vance pushing out of the base, highlight die, he'll be able to TP out also. So Na'Vi hold on a bit longer, but the graph venturing further and further into the favor of Cloud9, and yeah, Eternal Envy using that flutter to make sure he can get away.
Yeah, Cloud9 getting a little bit cocky there. They could have just left one hero to push in the mid lane, gotten creeps to the base sooner, and at least damage these racks permanently, but instead the backdoor protection kicks in. They'll heal up. The thing though is Navi's cores just aren't farming that much, right? Like they finally get a BKB on Havos. I think because of this Necrolite Ags, there's always going to be a chance for them. Yeah. No matter how big Eternal Envy gets, if he gets stunned, they can ult him. He'll die from a little over half health. So Eternal Envy can't get cocky. He should really be sticking near his team. He's got to be quick on his BKB timing or his Manta usage. That's what happened in the earlier fight. He Manta'd right when the boss was trying to cast, and he wasn't able to get off the Aghanim's Reaper site. So don't count Na'Vi at 100%. But the thing is, even if they get these kills, they don't have a Terror Blade. They have a Clink who hasn't really itemized to kill buildings super quickly.
Yeah.
So
Bone 7 almost gets caught out there, but will use his Force Staff to the low ground. So Na'Vi looking for a pick-off before they look towards the high ground. They will move into the Roche pit. This is third Roche. That yummy cheese is available. They take down a ward.
There's a bottle double damage on Eternal Envy, though.
Oh,
he's got it for 20 more seconds, so he's going to have it for the entirety of this Roche fight. Now it looks like Cloud9 are going to go pretty much now, if there is a Roche fight.
It gets scattered out by the rocket, and
this Observer Ward, actually. This could be big for Na'Vi, knowing that this is out. I don't know if they can really fight, so.
Yeah, smoke forward, scouting it out with the rocket, seeing that they've left. Maybe Cloud9 will just take this opportunity to do the Roche themselves.
Na'Vi probably just want to be going right down mid and draw Cloud9 back, but the thing is Cloud9 can defend with 3 or 4 now. They're going to fight.
They can do this so fast, though. Na'Vi have to go ASAP straight in. They still have enough time, but Envy doing a lot of damage to Roche. Just goes right in onto the Necrophos. Havos with his BKB on it. Just doesn't matter. He gets completely chopped down. Envy goes so hard on him. Now Bone 7 with Cogs to help break up the fight. Separates the team in 2, and they'll find the kill on the Crystal Maiden. Puck hops to the high ground, brings down the Ogre. It's an easy 3-0, and Cloud9 just look towards Roche. Eternal Envy just completely shutting down Havos in that fight.
Yeah, I don't really know what you can do there. Someone has to go with Terror, right? They're going to try and grab the agent, but the Terror Blade grabs it. Then he's going to die. He kills off the Clockwork. That's 4 dead. Onyx trapped on the high ground. It's going to be a full team wipe. Blood's on deny. I think that's pretty much GG.
Yeah,
but
I think Na'Vi could just
I don't know how you go into the pit as Na'Vi. That's kind of the issue. I honestly want to say you have to send your Timber Saw in first, because the only way you win a fight as Navi is a Reaper Scythe ult probably on Eternal Envy. I don't even think getting any of the other heroes matters.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he just buys back. He had gold to BOT into the pit even before that fight, and then you have no way to deal with him. But
yeah, I think
Havos walked in first and just died.
Yeah, regardless, it can't be Havos just to charge in there and die. You need him to stay alive a little bit longer, get some of that sustain out, and you frankly just need him to ultimate someone.
I mean, let's be clear though. Like to me, that's not where Navi lost this game. They lost this game when they just got a little bit sloppy with their mid-game execution. You lose one or two fights. Suddenly, Eternal Envy's almost on par with your top farmer. Maybe that's controllable, but it's not where you want to be. And then one or two more lost fights, he's way on top. Now he's up by 11k gold on everyone. And the Bloodstone on the Necrophos does slow down any sort of like true late game item progression. This item you get just so that you constantly have regen. You can just farm all the time and never have to go back to base, and potentially for the Bloodstones and utility, so you can snowball a bit harder, losing less gold when you die. And
yeah.
When you die this much, it just doesn't matter if you have a Bloodstone. Like, it's still not going to be farmed.
Yeah, I think Bloodstone is fine on Necro. It's more when you have a Timber Saw. The double Bloodstone is just too homogeneous. It doesn't give you enough utility, and the general mindset is good against the Ancient Apparition. More HP.
Reaper Scythe though, the Eternal Envy does evade just
there we go. And yeah, Necro just getting
no buyback on him. They got
completely wrecked. Too late. You just can't deal with the Envy at this point. Can he get off a Shatter or a Sunder? Taking a lot of damage. He gets off a full health Sunder onto Funnick, and there's your GG. Just absolutely nothing Navi can do.
I wonder if Eternal Envy changed just from Navi. I mean, it's not just because of this one game, right? Far Ladder, they had similar struggles. They are extremely good at getting onto an early game lead. They have fantastic individual mechanics in play, but their decision making and kind of their team synergy is just not really there at all.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't feel like it.
It's kind of, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they just need, maybe it's a one-player change. Maybe they just need a coach to smack them around.
Yeah, but that's the question. If it's just a one-player change, which player is it? It doesn't seem like there's one standout player.
It's impossible to say without knowing what the team's communicating.
Yeah,
but they need a leader.
They need a leader.
It feels like just like a bunch of chickens running around with their heads cut off in the mid game. Like you've got Havos going in, Dendi running away.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Everybody trying to do their own fifth thing and win the game solo. They're not playing like a team.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's not just one player where sometimes you'll see like a carry player rage a little bit and start stealing from others, but you see plays where Havos runs in by himself and Dendi trying to solo the world, supports all over the map.
And I don't even think they're raging. It's not like they're like, I'm so angry, I'm just gonna throw this game. It's like they're just trying to do too much as individuals, and where Navi really used to excel was they just had like this uncanny teamwork where they wouldn't even have to talk. You'd have like super chaotic team fights and they just would somehow be on the same page, in sync, and work together. And to be fair, this draft is a little bit more of a spread the map kind of lineup with the Clinks and the Timber Saw, but there was a window this game where I think Navi could have taken it and beaten Cloud9. End of the day though, Eternal Envy Timber Saw, Terrorblade, yet another win. Maybe it's worth a ban. I think he's like 11-1 on the hero at this point.
Starting to feel like worthy of one of those initial bans, because it's not a fun hero to play against either. That's the other thing. He's not that easy to shut down. It's not fun for anyone when he's getting those full health Sunders off. So, all right, guys, we've got 1 day left of Summit 2 by G2A.com Europe group stages. So tomorrow, same place, same time. I think we actually start an hour later tomorrow than we did today. But that'll be the final day of group stages, and then we'll move right into the playoffs. So things are really heating up here, LD.
Yeah, well, coming to the final day, we'll see who's going to move on. And Navi now 7 and I think 7 and 4 after that game, right? Are they done?
No, they should be 8 and 3 now.
No, Navi lost.
Oh yeah.
Navi 7 and 4.
Oh, yeah,
Power Rangers 7 and 4. Secret going to the playoffs 8 and 1. This puts Cloud9 at 7 and 2. If first Pro Polar win and Navi loses, we have a 3